just put the car in reverse, parked up, right? I did turn around and say to him, I did bark back at him, I didn't say a lot to him, right? I said, don't talk to me like that. And I parked up, cooled down for a second, walked over to him, and he's, you know, you can just definitely tell he's sizing me up. You know, he thought I was going to have a fight with him. And I looked at the road, looked at him, walked over to him, shook his hand and said, look, I'm so sorry. I thought this road was open. My complete apologies. Okay, I understand you've got a difficult job, and I completely understand that. I went the wrong way, and I do respect you and your job, and I respect the work that you're doing to keep our roads safe. And yeah, I sincerely apologise. And he was just taken aback by that. He was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. I said, what? No one ever apologises to me. They tell me to go F myself. And I'm like, well, that's the difference between a human being and a dick.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, when I first come over here, this is like 20 years ago now, I came over here with the London attitude, you know, the driving I'm talking about, you know, look at your tits, you chase them down a bit, and you kind of have a little fucking go, shout through the window. And I kind of brought that with me, because it was kind of, I don't know, in my blood or whatever, wrongly or rightly. I mean, I know it's wrong, because nowadays I don't do that kind of stuff. And I think a little bit of that rubbed off on my wife, because I was out yesterday, and she's kind of like a bit of a rager when it comes to driving. And I said to her, you know, we're in no rush, just cool it, calm down, you know, people do stupid things, but because that one did something stupid, I know for a fact you're going to go down the road and find another person that's going to do something equally stupid. So if you're worried about every one of them, you'd never get anywhere. You'd just be living a life like in rage. So I said, just chill out and ignore them. Go the other way. Let it go. And I can understand it, because I used to be a little bit like that myself. But I guess Jack, I've matured.
Yeah. I shouted at my other half the other day, actually, for something like that. And she was driving down the road and didn't see me. Someone cut her up, and she beeped her horn. They jumped out, and she's like, "My boyfriend's a police officer. Don't you for effing time?" And I turned around and I shouted at her, "Get back in your car, and I'll talk to you at home." I had a huge go at her. I turned around and said to her, "Don't use my name in vain. Don't use the fact that it might work in vain either. Next time you do that, I will not talk to you. This will be over." She's not done it since. Not that I know of anyway. I've installed a dash cam in her car as well for incidents such as, but oh, I could have just murdered that woman sometimes. I'll tell you one thing though, I brought Dalmio dish the other day. It was a special offer, you know, the Dalmio lasagna dishes. I love this. See, it's one of my very prized possessions, Dalmio dish. Makes great lasagna, isn't it?
Oh, I love my Italian foods. I love lasagna. I was in the Italian restaurant a couple of days ago over, I think it was weekend. Had my classic meatballs and spaghetti. Oh, it was nice. Meat sauce too. That was one of the best meals I've had, like, including Thanksgiving. I enjoyed the meatballs and the spaghetti better.
Yeah, I've heard about you like your meaty balls. No, I do like Italian food. I love making spaghetti bolognese. I love making lasagna. But I just can't. The only problem, right, with it is they always make A too much, and B, there's always, you know, there's only two of us. And yeah, lasagna you can have a second day. Same with the bolognese and the spaghetti. But you come around to it the second day and you freeze it. Then when you defrost it, my other half is quite fussy with her food. For example, I defrosted some bolognese the other day, so we're going to have bolognese tacos. It's actually a lot nicer than it sounds. And she didn't fancy it in the end. I'm like, oh, crying out loud. So, yeah, and I really defrosted it, and you can't, I don't know if you can refreeze it. I'm not going to refreeze it again. So it's like, alright, that bolognese is now gone. Oh well. But yeah, it's just, I love Italian food. I love making it. I love eating it.
I agree. I'm probably a lot like you. When I cook, cooking large stuff, because I come from a big family, like, you know, before I got married, and now it's just the three of us. So every time I cook something, you know, she's always on about, well, measure this, measure that. I said, no, I know how to do it. I've cooked it many times, so I just do it like boom, 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 boom. And I've cooked enough for 6 or 8 people, and there's 3 of us. And like you said, there's always leftovers, or you're freezing it. And then when you do thaw it out, you know, they're not keen, and I end up eating the loads over the next few days. But yeah, I just don't measure, and I don't worry about portion sizes. I just do plenty because I'm used to cooking that way, you know, for a larger family.
Yeah. Well, you know, when I was young, I was drove from foster family, so the sizes were different. And even then, I was cooking, and yeah, it was, you know, difficult to actually do measurements. But now I have the same problem. My half said to me, this is the funniest thing. My half said to me she wasn't hungry the other day, and so I was making bolognese with some pasta, and completely, yes, my mind was on other things, and it just threw out my brain as such when it came to measurements. I'm like, that's enough, that'll do, just throw a handful in. I forgot, pasta expands, doesn't it? So when I gave her the bowl, she said, I told you I wasn't hungry. And she didn't eat a lot of it, I must admit. There's a lot of pasta down in the bin.
So have you set a date with that girl yet?
Yeah, murder is a criminal offence, by the way.
No, it's not, it's criminal law. As set the date, I've still got to, you know, pop the question. I haven't set a date yet. I mean, as we know, Christmas around the corner. I just think Christmas kind of engagement, it's too tacky, you know. I could do it on our 5-year anniversary, but that's in March, so I'm really kind of, I'm out of ideas. I mean, I've got an idea of how to do it. When to do it is another question.
No, you're wrong. It's contrary to common law.
What rank are you? What's your rank?
I don't need to tell you that. Not at all.
Because it's not a hot.
Yeah. 50. Complex, difficult to understand. I don't know if it's me or just the makeup of a man. I want it in the morning, bright and early, I want it. I rise as the sunrise, baby, now get up on it. Give it to me good, shorty, work it like it should. Yeah, you can. I've Bluetooth both my Echo Dots to speakers, but the Google Mini, no. The Googles won't, but the Echo Dots are Bluetooth to different Bluetooth speakers independently. They work great. I've set up a group, grouped them together. That's where I've had one bug so far. Is that I was trying to get it to play audio simultaneously through both Echo Dots and you know, through the speakers they were paired to. But what it did was it disconnected. It just disconnected both of them, and then and then started playing it through one of them without being paired to a speaker. So that was a bit odd. So they haven't got it all sussed out yet.
I tell you, that's funny. You know, since I've installed them over the weekend, I actually go around the house and I'm whispering to my wife now. I said, don't mention that word. And she says, what word? And I have to tell her. And then it starts them all off responding. So they're great things to have, but they're listening all the time.
Yeah, right. This thing just started bleating out loads of stuff about something unrelated. You know, can be quite annoying. I find that, you know, you'll find yourself shouting at it more. And if that's, you know, might not altogether be a good thing. So see how long it lasts.
We've all seen that YouTube video of Alexa going a bit wrong with that little boy when he's trying to say, play digger digger.
The thing is, you're in the privacy of your own home and you're actually whispering because you're frightened that these devices are picking up certain taglines, you know, the words that set them off.
Yeah, the only kind of voice activated thing I've got is my Xbox One in the living room, and that's Cortana. Yeah, that switches on my TV, my hi-fi system, my Skybox, which is great. But I'll tell you one thing though, it's annoying if you've got your laptop, which is a voice activated laptop, and you go, okay Cortana, and if you're watching something on TV, it comes up with a little box, listening, and I'm like, oh, crying out loud, oh my PC's just done it as well.
You see, because I've got a few of them, I stuck one in our bedroom, and she says to me, I don't like the idea of this microphone listening in. I said, I've got nothing to hide, honey, have you?
Well, when I'm gaming, I often stream to YouTube, and that's because I like keeping, videos on my YouTube channel just to go review them for later. And my other half loves watching them. However, she'll always turn around and say to me, you haven't got your webcam on? No? Okay, good. And she'll just strip off right behind me, so, just because she just dumps all her clothes on the floor in my little office. I'm like, thanks, dear.
The story kind of reminds me of I think it was probably about 5 years ago when my daughter got the Xbox for Christmas. She sets it all up for her, then put it in the thing, sitting there. It was Sunday morning, not Sunday, Christmas morning. I'm sitting there in my underwear, sort of like enjoying a bit of breakfast with the family, and there's this Xbox taking pictures during the game and after the game, and she said, that's going to go up online onto their website. I said, you better not be doing that. I said, I'm in my underwear. It's indecent.
Shows how long I've been on my PC. I've just boosted up Steam. I've got 18 updates to do just on Steam. Oh, they're all done now, 18 of 18. But it's like, oh, 18 updates now done. 18? Christ.
Have you had that Windows 10 update, the major one? That takes a while to install.
Yes, I actually, Windows Beginner or something like that, I get all my stuff in advance, and it doesn't take long for me at all because I've got an SSD in mine with a very fast network connection. It doesn't take long at all. But this is coming from the days of Windows 3.1 when I used to install that on one of my first computers, and that, that used to be a whole day thing. Do you remember those times? You used to spend, you could spend now 20 minutes and have a new Windows system up and running. But now, that was now. But back then, to install Windows, especially from floppy disk, on Windows 3.1 we had 8 disks, it would take you most of the day.
I was having that discussion with my wife yesterday. I said to her, imagine if we could have back all the time in our life that we've sat in front of a computer screen watching that blue line saying 30% done, 32% done, looking away, doing something else, coming back, it's 40% done, almost halfway there. And it's like over and over the years, all the different programs, all the different things that update. Oh my god, I could be a young man if I had all that time back again.
Well, the good thing about knowing a lot about computers is if it doesn't update, when I control when my PC updates itself, okay? And if I don't want it to update now, I won't let it update. I will switch off my PC when it says, do not turn off your device. Well, okay, I'll switch it off anyway. And it will say, we couldn't update your device, blah, 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 blah. So I'll go into Windows and I'll go to like the start menu and I'll press the power button and it says update and shut down. That's where I prefer it to be, is at the end of my Windows experience, not at the beginning.
It's a hard lesson, but I've learned that. I also do that thing where you can set a time, for example, 2 o'clock in the morning, leave it to do it then while I'm sleeping. But I agree, it's better to set requests rather than it be driven by what it tells you to do. Like, you've got to update now, shall we update? No, leave it alone. Restart later, 5 hours later.
Well, I've got, this is going to sound really geeky, I've got an NFC tag right by my front door, and all I do is go up to my phone and put my phone next to it. My phone then sends a signal to my PC and switches it on for me. So if I've got home and I just want to go on my PC, I'll just do that. My PC will switch on, it will boot up, and it will go into Windows. I know it takes about 10 seconds now, but yeah, it's how I prefer to do it. I don't like waiting for updates, and I don't want an update right at the beginning of my Windows system. I'd rather have it, like I said, at the end. And I have no idea what I'm on about now. I have, however, recently sorted out my filing system on my PC. I bought a 5 TB hard drive the other day, and yeah, with that, I install all my games on that. I've got 2.97 TB free. I've got my SSD, which is just for my Windows system. I've got 320 gigs free on that one, and I've got another drive. Yeah, so I've got 3 drives in total, which is 1 TB. And that's for random files, downloads, anything. So, say if I need to reinstall Windows or do something with Windows as such, I just unplug my games drive, reinstall Windows, plug in my games drive, so I don't have to re-download them.
It's a way of just keeping everything in its place. I mean, I wish and my other half would learn that. She's like, her life's chaos. I'm constantly going behind her organising.
Just try and do that again then.
Yeah, really. I was distracted. I was just checking out this Google Home app. See if it's been updated to include other things.
Yeah, I've got the Google Home app. I tend to use it to set up my Chrome. The thing is, I've got Chromecasts. I've got 2 of them. One in the living room, one in the bedroom. Okay? And I've got Chromecast audio, which is connected to my hi-fi system in the living room. And I think the Chromecast audio is brilliant. I really do. I love my Chromecasts as well, because not only does it do YouTube like that. It does a lot of other bits and pieces, which is brilliant.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I was impressed with the weekend. I only bought the one to start off with. Well, I bought two. One of each, one Echo, one Google, one one Amazon. Sorry, can't get it out. But then I stored the thing and I thought, man, this is neat. This is really quite cool for the price. I'm going to have to go get a couple more for other rooms. And I'm in the process of installing them. But like I said, I seem to be walking around my house whispering because you set them off if you say certain taglines.
Keep up, Scott. It's awesome. I can do this all night. Who keeps me?
Good morning, guys. It's a little after 11 o'clock. Beautiful here in Memphis. 61 degrees. It's perfect.
Yeah, morning hybrid. Excuse me, Alpha. I think that was me. We was both trying to plug him at the same time, and I think I switched him back on again. That's Scotty Shorts.
Yeah, he's just a big child. He gets his kicks. He probably gets off and masturbates to the fact that that A, we're talking about him, and B, he kind of interrupts the channel. He's like sat on the side, got his knob out, doing it right now. You see, and burping away. I mean, if you really need to check your own prostate, mate, the best way to do it is coughing, not to burp.
Go to hell!
There goes another.
So, hybrid, you're still in Memphis, I hear. Had a nice week over there? Well, almost a week. I think you went Wednesday, didn't you?
Yeah, I'll be heading back tomorrow morning, probably 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, it's perfect. It's been beautiful weather here. Sunny, not a cloud in the sky right now. Low 60s. I'm actually meeting in